This computer. Alrighty, just want to welcome everyone to our Mighty Mixers Fakeaway class. We thought this would be a great way to see a variety of dishes, some really quick ones, and a few that a little bit more a bit longer, but it is all about the TM7 tonight. So we're very excited to be using our new TM7s on our bench, and this is our first TM7 cooking class. So it is very exciting. So just want to welcome and thank straight off the bat my amazing team members, Janelle, Jen, Lindsay, and Janet, who have taken the time tonight to share their dishes. I'll be manning the chat and running the class, and the girls will be cooking up a storm. If you have any questions, please yell out, throw it in the chat. And we love it to be as interactive as possible. We're hoping to have it all done within the hour and show you four quick and amazing dishes that you can make in your TM7 with little to minimal effort. Save yourself some cash by making your takeaways at home. And that's what we love about our investment and our Thermomix is that you can do that. So we are making, I'm just going to add a spotlight with Janelle. So we're making some chili prawns tonight. We've got fragrant chicken curry, a traffic light salad. This one is a winner for Christmas, for summer, for all of that. And then Jen's going to finish with some quick gyros. So I know I was scanning Uber Eats the other night and a gyros was well and truly in the $25 mark for one. That isn't going to feed your family. I can guarantee that what Jen's going to cook is going to be probably less than that in total. Alrighty, so let's welcome Janelle. She's going to cook
Yes.
chili prawns.
Hello, I hope you're all having a good night. So, yes, I've got chili pork prawns up here on my Thermomix, and we're up to step 4. I fast-tracked this a little bit because the first step was very basic, and I will show you guys here. So, I've already finally chopped in my Thermomix the garlic and the chili. So that's done. And that means I don't have the smelly garlic fingers as well. So that's good.
Yep, we love that.
We've done that. So we're going to go from step 4. So you'll see here, it's just quick and easy with the chili, the prawn chili dish. It's a good one for spring and summer. So I kind of had that in mind because who doesn't love prawns as the weather gets a little warmer? So I'm just going to add my olive oil, which is the first step. Little bit of salt. Very easy, this one.
I was saying to Janelle today, the other day, that this has become my quick go-to dinner. So having some prawns in the freezer, easy to defrost, cooking it up, doing the chili prawns with a bit of rice and some steamed veg. And it's a really, you know, protein hit, but a very quick and easy dinner. And we love that it's mess free in the Thermomix. In the chat, throw in if you have got a TM6 or a TM7 or don't have a Thermomix yet, let us know which Thermomix you have so we can help you.
Just added the paprika. So honestly, it's like 5 ingredients. So easy, but so delicious. So it's going to ask me now to saute that all off, which won't take long at all. So it's here for 1 minute. We're going to do that now.
In 1 minute, yeah. So it's a really nice way that it just kicks off all the flavors before you throw in the prawns.
Yeah.
But can you imagine doing this on your stove top? You got oil everywhere and all of that. It is pretty annoying.
Yes, I hate the oil splattering everywhere. Just
Yes.
not a fan.
No,
It's
exactly.
contained, and my
It is
kitchen is
contained.
always clean because of my demo.
Let us know in the chat as well what you think of the new TM7 because it looks gorgeous on Janelle's bench, on her nice and white bench. So, as you can see, the screen is so much bigger than the TM6 or the 5. Definitely than the 31 with no screen. It is so much more quieter. So, can't hear a thing what Janelle's cooking
I'm hearing.
and can't hear a thing. And it's got less real estate on the bench, basically. Yeah.
Teresa, would you say it's like half the size as the old one?
Well, because once that jug is off, that flat base really just is. There's not much to it. It's a real powerhouse to have just that little thing, and what it can do. Yeah, and when we see Jen's, you'll see the comparison between the two machines and how much less room it takes on your bench.
So, guys, I've just
Yeah.
added the
And I
prawns.
like my herbal tea. There's a container.
Sorry, I just muted someone. I'm not sure if they were sharing.
All right, guys,
What?
so I've just added the prawns. Mine was a slightly smaller quantity, so I've adjusted things to suit the quantity of the prawns. So it won't take very long at all. I don't know, Teresa, if
Yeah,
you
so
want
while
to.
that's cooking, we're going to start with Lindsay. So the prawns are sizzling away, and
Shh.
it's actually hitting a high
Hello.
heat on that one. It's actually hitting a high heat in the seven. So the difference with the older models to this is actually an option. You can actually do it not only within a recipe, but you can do it manually as well. So that means that if you just want to brown something off, you can absolutely do that. So that's sizzling away. You can't hear a thing, and doing its thing. So we'll leave that and we'll come back to Janelle, but we're going to go to Lindsay, who is making uh, fragrant chicken curry. It is in Cookidoo. Actually, Daniela, if you are able to add the recipe to the chat, that would be amazing, just while I get it all sorted. I actually haven't tried this recipe, but Lindsay says it's amazing.
Yes, it is. Sorry, just had to unmute myself.
No, you're good.
Yes, it is. I've tried it and I was absolutely blown away. If you like, this is not Asian kind of Malaysian curry. This is actually more of an Indian curry. And when it said fragrant, I was like, oh, what does that even mean? And then I made it and had it, and it was absolutely really good. So we're going to do the curry. And I've also got these papadums because you got to have papadums with curry. I don't know if you guys have seen these. These are just available from the supermarket, and they're like that. They go on in the microwave, and they be a really great accompaniment to the curry. I've got the rice going as well. So I'm not doing with this recipe. I'm just not going to do the whole kind of everything. We're just doing the curry. I've got the rice going separately just to save time. I'm not doing the salad only because I'm just going to cut up some cucumber and do it with that. So, all right. The thing that I really love about this curry as well, and that what really sold me was we're actually making our own curry spice. So I don't know if you have Indian friends, but it's every Indian has their own spice curry mix, and it's always a secret recipe. And you can buy them from the shops, but making them from scratch is actually a huge game changer. And what I've realized as well is you can actually make, more like quantity wise of this dry spice mix and just keep it in the cupboard. So next time you want to use it, just grab that out. So I am starting kind of halfway through the recipe. I don't know if Teresa, I've also got my phone going,
Oh, yeah.
and
Oh, there you
so
go. I'll add that as
I
a
just gotta,
spotlight.
yeah,
Yep,
only
there we
just
go.
because you can actually see the screen. So the good thing about this, sorry, I'm just sort of kind of out butt in, is when you're skipping steps, because it's all just guided cooking. It's not going to beep at you if you miss a step or anything like that. There's obviously a lot to say back to the next step, but we're actually going to start with step 6. So you tap on the 3 dots, and actually all you need to do is go set as current step, and then you skip all the steps before. So this is what we're going to do now. We're going to do the dried spices, and it's going to toast it. And here is my little array of spices. The
Look at
lighting is not
that.
great, but okay, I'll
Yeah,
show
that
you
looks
them as
beautiful.
I add it in. So the first one is turmeric. So ground turmeric. Yeah, the lighting's not great, sorry. It's ground. So I'm going to put that in. So that was 2 teaspoons. Tick that off. I am skipping the cayenne pepper. I tried it without the other time, and even my one bit of dried chili was spicy enough. So I'm going to skip that. And then we'll add the salt later on, the cinnamon stick. I go to the Indian grocer. I really would encourage you to go there rather than try to get your, spices at Coles. If you make a one-stop shop there, a stop there, you'd actually get a lot of really fresh spices. They package it really nicely, and it's about half the price. Cardamom going in. I've got the whole cloves. It all says to taste. Obviously, it's like, well, you don't know what it's going to taste like until you mix it all together. So I'm very happy with actually following the recipe. So I'd encourage you to try following the recipe first, and then you do it again. I don't know if you guys know, but the TM7 specifically has a section at the end of a recipe that lets you put notes in. So very handy to actually identify, you might have wanted less of something and more of something else. These are the black peppercorns.
And Lindsay, sorry to interrupt you, but can I just point out, because Lindsay's got a great camera on her checklist, so on her screen. See, have a look at the TM7 and that new screen. So as there are little check boxes, and Lindsay is actually ticking them off. If the quantity is measured, it will actually automatically do it itself. It won't require that tick off, but it makes for a super efficient cook. So you just can press tick and keep going, and it's making it super easy for Lindsay. So that is a new feature of the TM7. And are you enjoying it, Lindsay, that difference?
Absolutely. And my children actually spend a lot of time using the Thermomix with me. So that is a really great way of knowing what they've actually put in. Because when you're baking a cake, everything is white. And I don't know if they've, put the flour in, or is it the bicarb or the baking. So my 7-year-old is loving it because he can actually manage recipes on his own. So yes, definitely very helpful. All right, this is the one dried chili that I'm using. So just for everybody's information, if you're going to an Asian grocer and you go and buy dried chili, you're most probably buying Thai dried chili or Chinese dried chili, which is extremely spicy. So you got to be very careful. Again, Indian grocer is a really great place to go. These chilies are longer, and all it will give is just that little bit of heat and a bit of kick at the end. It's not going to kill your taste buds like the other short chilies, dried chilies that you get from the Chinese Asian grocer. Definitely go and get them from there. I'm only using one. It says 3. And then coriander seeds. Didn't have coriander seeds, putting in coriander powder. And then the next one is cumin seeds. So I happen to have these. So they're going in. Okay, I'm actually, because I'm making, it's getting toasted. I actually quite like it to not put the curry leaves in. And again, this is the part where you can double, triple. I'll show you. There's actually not a lot in there. So you can do, 5 times the amount and actually save it to use if you really like cooking curries. It's a really nice base.
Oh, so you could just keep it in the cupboard and then have it for next time. So it just makes the dish even quicker next time.
Absolutely. Yes.
Yeah, perfect.
So I'm skipping the curry leaves. I will add it into the curry later on. And then it's going to roast it for 6 minutes. So let's put the lid on, and I love how it senses it, and then you just press play. So
we love the press play.
For 6 minutes.
No turning the dial anymore. You just press play and you're good to go. And because it can tell when the lid is going on and off, it is super efficient. So we've got 6 minutes on that. So what we might do is we might jump back to Janelle, because I reckon yours done. Yeah, definitely.
Beautiful.
So I'm gonna add Janelle, so you can see Janelle and check out her chili prawns. That's how quick it is, guys. That's how quick it is to do a fancy dish like that.
And I mean, even just adjusting those quantities, just a little snack on a hot summer's day or a spring day. And there's all these extra juices in there, which I'm just going to go ahead and pour over my bread, because who doesn't love the chili prawn, the juice that comes out of it? I will show you guys.
Ooh, look at that.
So that is me. That is a cheeky glass of beer right there. And this is my beautiful, yummy chili prawns.
So that looks
perfectly. And does the browning. That's my favorite thing.
That's perfect. And how much would that cost you at a bar?
Oh
Do
my
you know?
goodness, for chili prawns, I actually had them on Saturday with a cheeky sangria, and it cost me $30 for two. Yes, they came out on a sizzling plate, but here I've done my own, and they're equally, if not just, they're better than what I had on Saturday. They're cooked to perfection. So, yeah,
Beautiful. So
don't
there
tell
you
me
go.
snacking away on them throughout this. My
Once
work
you've
here is
made,
done.
she's done her
Work here
chili
is
prawn.
done.
She's good. But that's the thing, like, once you've made your investment with your Thermomix, you really can whip up these quick dishes in no time at all. So thank you, Janelle. I'm
My
just going to
pleasure.
remove your spotlight. I'm going to go to Janet because I'm sure, yep, Lindsay's got still more time. So we're going to add Janet along. So welcome to Janet. Janet is going to do our traffic light salad, another super quick dish.
Oh, this is so quick, and I work full time. I have two kids. Everything I do needs to be quick, quick, quick.
You're talking my language,
Oh,
Janet.
this literally takes 5 seconds and only one step. So, carrots, and it's colorful and vibrant. Carrots in. I'm just dumping everything. Very easy. And the good thing is you can just roughly chop them up. So all I'm literally washing is a knife and a chopping board. That's it.
We
And
love that.
we know that the TM7 cleans itself. So I don't have sunflower seeds like the recipe called for, but I have some sliced almonds. So in they go, and no food waste. Everybody loves that. Oh, olive oil. This is the only thing I haven't pre-weighed.
So great one for like barbecues and things like that because
Oh yeah.
you can just take a really quick salad and have it done in no time. You're not buying those dodgy ones at Coles or Safeway that have been probably sitting there for 3 weeks. Um, you can make a really nice, quick, fresh salad in no time at all.
Oh yeah.
This traffic light salad one is a good one. Danielle has put all the recipes, thank you, Danny, on our chat as well. So if you want the recipes, just check them out on the chat.
And this is actually going to be my lunch tomorrow. So nice and quick. We go on. I go next. And literally 5 seconds.
So how quick is that? What's the speed of the chop on that one? So I know it's 5 seconds, but how long?
The speed is 4.5.
Speed 4.5. Okay, so we know that our machines go right up to 10. So it is only a little quick kind of a very quick blitz, basically. But it only takes a couple of seconds and you are sorted.
Hang on, I think my apples are too big. Let me do another 5 seconds.
And that's the beauty of the Cookidoo. It is only a guide. Don't feel like you have to do exactly what it says. Like Janet felt that the apples needed more, so she's just gone ahead and chopped up some more, which is great.
And there we go. Nice, fresh, colorful. And I'm gonna put this in a box for lunch tomorrow.
Beautiful.
There it is.
Thank you so much, Janet. That was a nice, easy, quick one. We
Oh
love those
yeah,
ones.
we love
I'm
it.
going to jump back to Lindsay and I'll put the phone up. Hang on. And I'll just take Janet off.
Yeah.
All
All
righty.
right.
So, Lindsay, we'll jump back to you for a little bit and then we'll head off
Yes.
to Jen.
Yeah. Okay. So it's got 17 seconds left. Whilst that's going, I'll just introduce to you some of the other ingredients. So it's got some aromatics. It's got ginger, onion, um, garlic. I'm actually adding potatoes. I love potatoes in my curry, so I'm adding some potatoes. And then these are the curry leaves. So you can get them frozen or you can get them fresh. we actually have a plant, so we've just frozen some of these
Oh,
beans. But
that's so handy.
yes, it is very handy. Okay, so it smells amazing. It's toasted, which again is such a game changer when you're toasting your own. I'll just show you with the phone. When you're toasting your own spices. So that's really nice and toasted. It smells so good. Now for the magic. We'll put that back down. Oh, I'm going to start coughing. Okay, so that's done. Next, grind 1 minute for 10 seconds. All right, so that's going to go. Yeah, as I said, definitely make more. We'd want to make more after you do this. Yeah, let's give it a bit of time.
But you can see how efficient it was in just Lindsay just pressing play. And I know it seems like a really simple factor, but the difference between the 6 and the 7 is you're really not having to fluff around on the screen. You just need to press play, and it's a really quick and efficient cook. Also, much quieter, isn't it, Lindsay? So still, you can still hear it.
Yeah.
That's high speed at 10, which is our highest, but it is definitely so much quieter.
Yeah. And the reason why I raised about this curry is also because I actually made it for a friend who's recovering from surgery, and I thought she'd like something a bit more flavorful. And when she had it, she was like, "Oh, it's so good. How do you get it to be so smooth?" And she's like, "Did you use a bottled curry paste?" And I was like, "No, I made it from scratch." And she goes, "I just can't get the paste with the spices to the smoothness that you got." And I was like, yeah, well, get a Thermomix.
Yeah,
All right,
get a mix,
so
exactly.
it's so fine that the bits are actually kind of coming up the top. All right, I'm gonna show you this. This was also something that I was like, wow. So, you ready, guys? So
Oh,
that
look at
is
that.
literally powder. Like,
Yeah.
if you look at that, that is powder. That is fresh spice. So, all right, what is next? I'm going to leave the lid, but I will have to scrape it off. So it says scrape down the sides of the bowl. I'll do that, but I don't know about you guys. I like to scrape down the bowl after I've put the other ingredients in because then, I don't
Oh,
know,
that's a good tip, Lindsay. Yeah, I haven't thought about that actually.
because then the rest of your spices are then now on top, or whatever is now kind of mixed in. So that's kind of what I like to do. So let's go. We're going to do the garlic, which is here. It says 5 cloves.
Lego.
All right, so the garlic's going in. And then the ginger. I've got the ginger here. Oh, that's not the ginger. Where did the ginger go? Oh, here it is. I don't know if you guys know of the trick of peeling ginger. So don't try and peel the skin off ginger with a knife because you're going to take off more. And obviously, we all know how expensive ginger is. So use a teaspoon, and all you're going to do is just scrape, and you're going to just get to scrape the skin off. Kind of just peels off like that.
We love a Lindsay tip. It's a good,
Yeah, so it
good
just
little
comes
tip.
off like paper thin. All right, the ginger's going in. You add as much as you'd like, but I really like that. Okay, it's going to chop. And this is where, again, I'm not too fussed about the spices kind of all being incorporated because, again, once I'll add some more things as well. Lid on, that is 10 seconds at speed 6. So that's the ginger and the garlic. Okay, and then it is actually going to saute itself with the dry spices. So that is actually the mark of an Indian curry. It's got the dried spices along with the ginger and the garlic, and that is sauteed to get it then smelling even more amazing. So next, we're going to add the onion and the vegetable oil. Scraping a little bit of it down. So I've got the onion quartered. You add however much you want. I think I needed another one, but I'm just going to go with this. All right. Can you see? Yeah. So I'm just going to tear it. Love the built-in scales. Really helpful. So 285. I actually feel like I should have done 2. Sorry, I'm just going to quickly chop another onion up because I am very excited about eating this for lunch tomorrow. And I want to make it. And I want to
No,
make
you got to get it right. No,
Sorry,
that sounds
I'll be
good.
very quick.
This is, you know, sometimes, like I said before, sometimes I look on Uber just to see prices of things like this, and a curry is super expensive.
Super
Um,
expensive.
yeah, and once, like Lindsay said, once you've made your spices and things like that, it's something that you can make efficiently at any time. So I know, like another one of my Fakeaway favorites, it's always here, is our Friday night pizza. That is definitely something, and pizzas are now $30. $30 each, and that's not going to feed my boys, that's for sure. So that is definitely a cost saving thing that we do definitely weekly at our place. If
Yeah, and I
anyone has
like,
any other Fakeaway hints, please put them in the chat. Love to hear them.
yeah, in Indian as well, especially, is really cost effective to have at home, and it's fun because you don't normally just have the curry, you have a variety of different things as well.
Yeah.
All right, I'm just gonna go with that, whatever that. Oh, do you know what? I want you guys to see that thing where the green thing comes on, right? See, we want to try to
Yeah, we
show that
love
off.
that.
I've just got this other quarter that I'm struggling to get the skin off. Okay, there we go.
So Lindsay, you might need to turn your camera just a little bit to the
A little bit
left.
more.
Just other way,
Okay.
sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. Now we'll be able
Yeah.
to see it. Yep.
Oh, not really. I missed it by. I'll do it with the oil. All right, let's do it with the oil. I can do that with the oil. I have plenty of oil. Okay.
Yeah.
So just watch the scales and watch the I'll just yeah, just hold on. Yeah. Okay, there we go. All right, so it's asking for 70 grams of oil. Again, oh, there we go.
Oh,
Can you guys see that green
yeah,
bar
we can
going?
perfectly see it. So because Lindsay got right on the 70 grams or thereabouts, it will automatically check it off. And can you see how that green line goes down? That is a new feature of the TM7, which makes, honestly, it so much more efficient because it just takes you through the recipe even quicker if that's possible.
I actually really like it because it's fun. It's like, can I get that green
Yeah.
bar? It's a bit of a game. Can I get the green bar? All right, so it's just chopped. I'll just show you. It's a rough chop because you kind of want a bit of texture in there. So that's the onion that was chopped up. And it's actually going to saute for 8 minutes. Potential
Beautiful.
cruise speed 1. Yes, there
So
you
while
go.
that's doing that, we'll jump to Jen. But
Yes.
Cookidoo, for anyone who is getting a TM7 or waiting for it to be delivered or has one already, Cookidoo had some updates on the weekend. So this is the beauty of the TM7 is that, you are constantly getting updates and new features and things like that. So always exciting. We love when it says update because we know something good is coming. Thank you, Lindsay. We'll come back to you. So we're going to say hello to Jen.
Hi,
How are you, Jen?
I'm very well, thank you. Thanks so much for having me.
Oh,
Appreciate
what
it.
we love a Jen moment.
Stop
Jen
it.
is cooking our quick gyros, and like I said before, can be an expensive takeaway to get, but super delicious and probably something you don't think you can make in your Thermomix, but you can.
Exactly, right? So, gyros being, I think the word comes from the way the meat is cooked, a Greek word. So it's cooked on that big, vertical rotisserie. So yes, it takes a long time for that, but you can do it really quickly in your home. And it's a lot healthier. So, we know we can get them, they're quite greasy and, probably not the best. But when you make it yourself, obviously, we can cut out a lot of that nasty fat. So I have gone ahead and done something first. Oh no, there's two parts to this one. So this is the gyros mix. So like Lindsay, I just
Yeah.
put all of the ingredients in. So I think, like chili and, parsley. I mean, there was a lot actually. There's probably about like 10 different spices in there. And then this is going to last for ages. I would probably put it in a more airtight container than this one. But then that'll, you can use that again anytime you like. We're going to start with making the tzatziki. If I'm saying that wrong, I don't care.
No, you are. You're saying
So
it perfectly.
first things first, I feel like, when you come across words like that, if you just add a little bit of an accent, you'll get away with it.
Exactly.
All right. Okay, so we're going to start with a garlic clove, which in my world means more than one. All right. So again, you just decide for yourself how much you'd like in there. So I've put that in. I do my little tick as we've seen. Next, and then it's going to chop for 5 seconds, and this is speed 8. Again, I love that I can just and away it goes. No more worrying like, what am I going to get to 8? Get to it. No. And the music, I don't think you can hear the music, but it is like
It's
a
a new
little bit of a,
tune. Yep.
it's a moment. It's a moment, and I love it. So that's 2 garlic cloves in this big, oh, I nearly said it, big bowl. And, look how small that's got it. Crazy, right? So again, like, I don't have to have stinky fingers and all done. Okay, so I've scraped down the bowl like it asked. Now I'm adding cucumber. So you can, if you feel a little extra, but this is quick gyros, so we're not doing it. But you can peel and de-seed your cucumber if you want to. That, it does add a little bit of something special. But I can't actually see what I'm doing, but there we go. Scales adding up for me. I've put in see, that's 109, and I'm going for 100, but it's still ticked it for me. So another great thing, we love the tick. You get a little validation,
Yeah.
and we all
Makes you feel
need
good about
a little
yourself.
validation sometimes, right?
I love
Nothing
that.
wrong with that. Okay, so 3 seconds speed 4. We're just going to chop that up with the garlic. So a nice garlicky tzatziki here.
And of
Next,
course, this is something that you can use for, a platter with a glass of wine. Like, it doesn't have to be purely for this recipe, of course. For the
absolutely.
lunch boxes, some carrot sticks for the munch and crunch kind of things at school. No additives, nothing nasty in it, and you're definitely making it cheaper
Yeah,
in your Thermomix. Yep.
a nice quick dip. And, like even dips now,
Oh, yeah, so expensive.
insanely priced. And if you've got this sort of stuff at home, this is some sour cream I'm using, only because the recipe asked me to. Otherwise, I would just use the Greek yogurt that I
Yeah,
have in my fridge. So
yeah,
don't feel like you have to go out and get something special. I just did special for you, right?
yeah,
You know? Not that you could even tell. Like, I mean, I could have plaster in here and you
yeah.
wouldn't know.
Don't tell them our secrets, Jen. I'm
Those
joking.
have those food ads and stuff like where they actually do use plastic and to make it look nice. No, no, no. Don't need to do that with the Thermix. It's all real stuff here. Okay, so I've got, it's asking for salt and some mixed herbs. So I've done this already. What I've got in here is like a quarter of a teaspoon of salt. Again, adjust it to taste. And we've got a quarter of oregano, and we have a quarter of dill. So think about tzatziki. You could even put mint in there if you wanted. But mint actually makes me feel sick. So that's in. Then we go next. Mix for 10 seconds on speed 3. Do your biz. You like how my spatula is staying up right there?
We love the new spatula because it
Love it.
really is able to get to the base of the Thermomix. So it's new and improved. Just as a mental note as well for everyone, make sure that you go against the cut of the blade because it can actually wreck your spatula. So just make sure that you're on the blunt part of the blade to keep that in mind so it doesn't actually cut your spatula. But
Yeah.
it is Jen will be able to get far more of the tzatziki out because of that new blade, the new spatula and its design. Jen, while you're doing that, I'm going to go back to Lindsay because you have to clean your bowl, don't you?
I do indeed.
Yes. However, you want to become a part of our team, our amazing team, and you think I want a TM7 and I actually want another bowl too. Lots of opportunity to get that by joining our team. The best way to get new items, which includes the new cutter that's coming out, we're going to be getting them soon, hopefully, is to become a consultant because you get to have all the new stuff first. And more often than not, you'll be able to get it for free. And we love that. So we'll go back to Lindsay. Actually,
Yes,
we are on Lindsay,
I'm
but I want
here.
to add your phone because your phone has a good little. We're back on. Because
Great.
Lindsay, you're
Okay.
ready for your curry to cook it?
31 seconds. Perfect timing, T and Jen. We're working like clockwork.
Oh,
All right.
it,
So what's going to go in next is actually the tomatoes. So I didn't realize, and a lot of people here probably know that tomatoes actually play a big part in some Indian curry bases. It has asked to use fresh tomatoes, but my brain I did not use the shopping list. Always use the shopping list, everybody. I didn't use it, and so I'm actually going to end up having to use some canned Italian
that's
tomatoes, but
okay. It's
that's
all the
okay.
same. It's
Whatever
fine.
we have in
Absolutely
our
fine.
pantry.
Yeah.
Okay, so that just sauteed really nicely. And like, I don't know if you know how close I am actually standing next to my Thermomix, and I have not felt the heat or anything like that. So this insulated cover is, really, really safe. Especially if you have pets in the house, especially if you have young children and you want to leave your machine, like they're not going to get hurt. So that's a huge difference from the 6 because, yes, you're always worried
Much
about the
later.
bowl. Yeah. All right. So this is kind of what it looks like inside. Oh, sorry. Yeah. So
Delicious.
yes, it smells
I bet
already
the
really,
smell.
really
Yeah, I was
good.
going to say the smell would be
The
incredible. Yeah.
smell. All right. So what? Oh, what does it say? Remove simmer basket. Was I meant to put a simmer basket on the top? Sorry.
Oh, no, it might be an
Okay.
old recipe. Yep.
Okay, there we go. So it's actually asking me for 285 grams of tomatoes, halved. I have got whatever I found in my fridge, so that will go in. And then I'm just going to top up with tomato paste. 200 and it's
Why are
still
you
within the
hold the towel?
range. There we
Oh,
go.
that's good. We got another.
There we go. All right. And then it's going to blend. So this is where I'm actually going to try and get all the top bits off. Another tip that I've actually learned is that dry spices is actually really hard to get off the lid. Whereas if you steam it a little bit, when it's got water, it actually makes a bit of a paste. So it just makes it a bit easier to get off because the dry spices are very hard. So that's that all paste that's going to go in. And then we're going to blend it to form the base. All right, so 10 seconds, speed 10. While that's going, I've made papadum in the microwave. So these are dancing really well.
I had a few ideas, Luca. Yeah.
They're handy just to have in the cupboard, I find. So,
Yes.
yeah, you can just use them.
Yeah, I really like that.
In the
Okay.
chat, sorry, I was just going to say, anyone in the chat, please throw in if you have any favorite curries on Cookidoo that we could try. We'd love to hear it because it doesn't matter if you've got a 6 or a 5 or a 7. Let us know if you have any favorite curry recipes for us to give a go.
So that is the paste, the base of your curry, which again, the friend that I gave to was like, how do you make it so smooth? With all the nice actually spices and aromatics in there. So the next part is really just adding in the meat. So I'm adding in the chicken thighs. Now, the recipe doesn't ask you to cut the chicken thighs. Again, it's entirely how you'd like to be eating this dish and presenting it to me. I have curries with rice, so I don't want to have a knife on the side and try to cut my meat. So I've already kind of cut it up just to save that. And I definitely don't have 910 grams. So again, I like potatoes in my curry, so I'm going to add that as well. So let's add in the chicken just up the top. Yeah, so I've cut it into slightly bigger slices.
And that's the beauty of recipes. They are truly only a guide. You
Mm-hmm.
can be absolutely flexible. And like Lindsay said before, don't forget we've got that new notes section at the bottom. So you're able to make adjustments and things like that. So don't hesitate to do that with all the
Yeah.
new features on Cookidoo.
All right, so I'm adding in my potato as well. Okay. And then we're going to add in tomato paste. So tomato paste, 60 grams of that. And then we're just going to let it cook. Almost. There we go. And that green line. Oh no, it didn't do that. No, because I'm just tiny little bit off.
Right in the middle.
There you go. Okay. Oh, okay. Happy days. All right. So this is what it looks like on the inside. I've just layered it. Oh, sorry, I'm not very good at this. Layered it with the chicken, the tomato paste, and the potatoes on the top. And that's just going to cook. No water. That's the other
Yeah,
thing
I was going
about
to say no.
curries.
Well,
Yes.
yeah,
Don't add water to your curries because it just will dilute the flavor. The meat always has enough liquid coming out of it. All right, so that's just going to cook. Place
and
the
what's
lid
the
on the
cook
bottom.
time on that?
It is 18 minutes.
18
So, yep.
minutes.
Oh, how are we
So
for
if you
time?
think about it, if you no, we're good because if even if it's not quite done, everyone could go to your Instagram page and have a look.
Mhm.
The main thing is that once those spices are done, and if you've done a big batch of them, they're good to go. So like both Jen and Lindsay, both their recipes have those like spice mixes. You can have them ready to go, and that's an easy dish on both ends that you can use. Thank you so much, Lindsay. We'll come
Hang
back to
on,
you.
sorry.
Sorry, go.
I forgot to add the curry leaves. So again, because I left the curry leaves out at the front, I'm going to do that now. And I love the fact that I do not have to wait for anything
No.
to unlock. I can just lift the lid
That is a good
and
point.
add my curry leaves. So I'm just going to strip. So curry leaves, you normally want to strip the leaves off. Yeah, that's it. And then you sort of sprinkle them in. It's up to you how much you want to add. I kind of like them. All right. Sorry,
So
keep
yes,
going.
well, that's a very good point because Lindsay just pointed out one of the new features that we do love, and I've kind of got used to it now. Was that in the seven you are able to actually just lift off the lid. There is no like the arm situation, so you can actually up to speed two, open up your lid, get a taste, stir your food up, whatever you'd like to do, without it being locked. So Lindsay was able to do that. The minute she puts on back her lid, it automatically continues to cook. She doesn't even have to press play again. So another way of it being super efficient,
Mm.
much more efficient in the new seven. All right, we're going to go back to Jen. We're going to cook this meat up.
So we've got that's pork, right? Not really traditionally gyros, but somebody, I don't know who it could be, picked the wrong recipe. But normally I would do a chicken one. There's a chicken gyros one, and I would normally do that. But look, variety. All right, we're just we're rolling with it. So I want 30 grams of the reserved spice mix that I just want to put away it straight in to this container with our pork. And now remember with spices and things like that, they're quite light. So you kind of have to go a bit heavy at the start so that it can actually register on the scales. Now, you can't see, but I almost got exactly, it was 31. I wanted 30,
Oh,
so
well
yay
done.
to me. Thank you so much. Validation. There it is. Okay. All right, so I'm going to mix that while the next thing happens. So I want to put oil in here. I'll just tear that because I took the lid off. Vegetable it's asking for, but I disagree. So I'm putting in olive oil because I can. All right. Thank you very much. Away it goes. And then stir to, you know what? Guess what? That oil was for the gyros, for the meat. So I'm just pouring it straight on there. Okay? Very well.
Yeah, that's it.
Then I'll stir it. So now I'm adding in some onion. You want 60 grams of onion. There we go. Lovely. 60 grams of onion and then 20 grams of your oil. It's probably a little bit in there, so we'll just, there we go. Easy peasy. And then we're going to saute this for 2 minutes. You do your thing. I'll do mine. So I'm just going to stir that through. And I wish you could smell it. I mean, apart from the onions, but this, oh, so good. So nice and quick, not like, and if you wanted, if you knew you were going to do this, you knew you were going to have this, you could actually do this step first. So make your spices, then add it with this, put the oil in there, okay?
Yeah.
And it's a binder to help all the spices. And then mix them all together and then keep it in the fridge overnight. And then tomorrow, the next day when you go to cook this, all those flavors are going to be like infused deeply into it, and it's going to blow your mind. Still, this is going to be amazing.
You could also make your own pita bread in your Thermomix using your dough mode. My husband makes pita bread often. It's super easy because once you've done the dough, you roll it out and you just throw it in the fry pan. Once again, a great cheap option, but also no additives, no preservatives, none of that. And there's nothing like a fresh pita bread with this gyros mix and the tzatziki. It's honestly such a yummy dish.
Absolutely. And you've also got the smell wafting through your house of that fresh bread. I remember when the kids were little, I used to make the rainbow wraps from, I don't remember where they're from, but I made them in the Thermomix. So, the red was, coloured with beetroot and the green obviously with spinach, but we had like these rainbow wraps that we used to make for the
Yeah.
kiddos. It was a good start. Now I'm just using the actually today going to be using these Simpsons Pantry low carb business because I can, because they're low carb and I like that. All right, so next we're going to add our reserved spiced pork, just 200 grams of it. Now this part's important because of the high heat, we want to make sure that all of the meat is going to be cooked evenly. And to do that, we're going to do it in sections, like just, half and half. That way, all of the meat has a chance to touch the bottom and be evenly distributed. So once you put it in there, you do want to make sure that you've spread it out evenly across the bottom because we don't want any, half done bits in our little wrap that we're going to have later. Oh, it's ticking it for me. Thank you so much. And we're going to saute this one 6 minutes. And then what we're going to do is once this is ready, I'm going to pop it into my handy dandy trusty thermo server, which if some of you have been around for a while, you might notice that this is a wee bit different. So this one, it looks like a medal or something, but this one is shaped a little differently. So this one can stack inside another one, which we love. You may notice the little handles as well. They go on this business. That's just so, obviously for covering the bottom. It's got little bubbles, I guess, on the bottom so that it can stay on the bench without falling over. And then the lid is actually double insulated as well, which we love. So before would keep your food hot or cold for up to 2 hours. I believe this would probably last you a wee bit longer because of the addition of that lid. So I'm going to put the half that this is done here. I'll put it in here and wait while we do the other half of the pork. And this will keep it nice and warm while we wait for the rest to finish. Are you on mute or is it just me?
I am
Very
on
well.
mute because my
Very well.
family decided that they would do a family activity in the kitchen right next to me. So yeah, I thought I better mute. They're amazing timing. I'm very mindful of the time, but I was thinking that because Lindsay, how long has yours got to go?
Mine has 10 minutes left to go.
10 minutes. So what I'm thinking is that we've seen the cooking element of both dishes. Jen and Lindsay, maybe if we could add your Instagram pages or your Facebook pages onto the chat, that people can actually view like the finished product once then, because they'll look schmicko and yeah, we can smell it sizzling away over there. But it'd be
So
a good chance to
good.
see the finished product. But yeah, what do you think, girls? Is that okay?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
fine.
Perfect. Lindsay,
I'm
what have you
very
cooked there in your
So this was the rice that is meant to go with the curry. It's in the same recipe. I just obviously you're meant to cook the rice before you cook the curry, so that would have taken a bit more time. But it's a turmeric rice. It asks for vegetable stock, so I just use my veggie stock paste, which is liquid gold, really, and
yeah.
it's just got turmeric to make it yellow. The recipe calls for basmati rice. I just don't have it at home, so I've just used normal long grain rice. But this is going to look really pretty. As I said, I got the papadums all set up. So you could even have this curry with roti. You don't have to have it with the rice. But yeah, that's that little thing that's going to go with. So sorry, just closing my lid so you
Yeah,
can see what
beautiful.
else there is. And I've actually, if you like to even put some Greek yogurt on as well, a sprinkle of coriander. And there you have a curry party, like amazing. Yes.
Beautiful. Nancy's asked, how do we get the thermo server? So these are new thermo servers that have been released to consultants. They're not actually available for customers yet, and I don't know when or if that's going to happen in any time soon. So once again, a really good reason to join, because you do have the ability to access things that you don't usually do as customers. So, and we got them for free. We love it. Like, so lots of reward for our business, but getting these little bonuses is super fun as well. Um, I think we'll leave it there. If anyone has any questions, please let me know, or let us know in the chat. I just want to say a huge thank you to the girls for giving up their time tonight and cooking and prepping everything and sorting it all out. So, so appreciated. Um, before we go though, girls, can we please like just add your things to the chat so people can um, do so and follow you and see the recipes completed.
Can
Um,
you just type in Thermo Mastery for me because I'm far away and
you
my little
are
helper has
no,
gone out to the car.
I've just done it. So I've just put Thermo Mastery,
Thank
Janelle
you.
Anderson, and Lindsay Eats. So check it out. And Janet's gone, but I'll put Janet's name, and if you look her up, she will be there. And Thermo T for me, Thermo Teresa. That's me. Janelle, yeah, the chili prawns are gone. I understand that. But we hope that it was helpful. Please yell out to your consultant if you have any questions at all, especially about joining. We just got some massive news about our new commission structure. It is life-changing stuff, and that is not an exaggeration. I don't fluff things up. It is honestly such a game changer. So have a think, touch base with us, ready for your seven, let us know too. But we hope we have given you some great ideas and thank you so much for joining.
Hey,
Thank you,
one
everyone.
thing, hang on,
Oh, go, Lindsay.
that
Wait, stop. Yeah,
that we
go.
forgot to talk about the seven is the new update because I just saw it on my phone. Being able
Oh,
to know of
Ah,
when the food is
yes.
done via the phone. So,
Yeah, tell us
sorry,
about
I
it.
needed to because it's life
No,
changing.
do.
But oh,
It
how do I
is.
do it? Mm, okay, there it is. So I'll just show it there. I don't know if people can see,
Oh, the
but
video's off.
Yep.
it is amazing. I just cannot wait then what might come next with the seven. So yeah, being able to walk away and you could I think it has to be connected to the same Wi-Fi
Yep, it does.
in order to access that. But imagine just being in another part of the house, not hearing the dinging go and being notified. I thought that was really amazing.
It is. It's such a smart update. And
Yes.
yeah, it just honestly is allows you to set and forget. I think I was driving off to swimming the other day and I had something cooking and I got it's finished. So I was like, yep, our dinner's cooked. So yeah, it is super, super handy. But like Lindsay said, it's just the beginning. This is just the beginning of the seven and all the new improvements that will come with it.
Yeah.
Thank you again,
Thank
everyone.
you
And girls, I really, really, really appreciate your time. Thank you so much.
very